guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. I am so happy you found us. If you're back for more, thank you. You are super appreciated. Today we are talking the very humble, the very simple index card. And the reason we're doing this is because they're very affordable and they can be used in so many different ways. So I thought, why not? Let's talk about them. Before we get started though, be sure and give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button and that little bell. Now, let's get into this video. If you watch till the end, you'll see the decoupage tag, a journaling card, and a belly band. Index cards are great. They come in basically a bunch of sizes, but the most popular are 3x5 or 4x6. These are 4x6. This is the size I use all the time. I like to use them every day. I write video ideas. There's a whole stack of video ideas. I have 2 or 3 of those. Once I get the idea, I write down, stuff and talk about everything. So I use them that way. They can be used as pockets. You can sew 2 together, and they can be used on a bulletin board as pockets, and you could store, like if you use die cuts a lot, you could store die cuts in these and just have them at, a hand's reach. Or if you make up things like I do, this is my base papers for, when we layer stuff. If you make up layering base papers, you could stick a bunch of little sections in there. You could stick some thread. You could stick tags if you just want to have some ready-made tags handy. So individual pockets that you could attach to bulletin boards, in a notebook somehow, whatever. They're great for that. You could use one to make a, you could use a pocket, a pocket in a journal. You could use them as pockets in journals. You can cut along the lines and make that a belly band. You can do a lot of things with these, all the generic things. You can make a journaling card. You can make a tag. And I'll show you those because that's what we mostly use them for. But if I was going to make this a journaling card, I would first decoupage the back, the plain side. And I like to get the ones with writing on one side and plain on the other. Some people like them both blank on both sides. That's up to you. But I would, to make this a journaling card, I would decoupage my napkin on. Then once it dried, I would come in and I would once it dried, I would come in and just, round out my corners so it looked more like a little journaling card. And there you go. You would have a nicely decorated journaling card. If you wanted to proof it up even more, you could add a 3D flower because it matches, So that's one way to do it. If you wanted to make the same thing a tag instead of a journaling card, all you do is after you round the corners, you poke your hole and put your yarn or string through. That simple. You can also use them, very simply. Put your base papers on there. That way. No, that way. Okay, cut some base paper, put it on there, and then throw your die cut on top. Let your die cut hang off a little bit for some interest. Simple ways to decorate these, and they have huge impact. You can also use these as you can cut a bunch of tabs and make them, tabs for pages. That's a good way to use them. You can definitely use them if this is your journal page. You can use them as tip ins and tip outs. Just attach them on the sides with clear Scotch tape, and they make great tip ins, tip outs. A lot of extra journaling space for you that way. You can use them as pages themselves if you get the bigger ones. Of course, sew in one corner and it becomes its own page. I like these for, the tags, tuck spots, journaling cards, and belly bands because they're not as flimsy as copy paper. They have structure to them and they hold up well to decoupaging and all of that. Also, that's why I like to make them as individual pockets and maybe attach them to a bulletin board. Again, because they're stiff and they hold up well to a lot of use. But they're kind of cool too because they are so stiff that you can shape them into other things. Like this one, what I did was I cut I drew a frame around, and then I cut out panes and made a window. And now I can put one of my nature photos that I've taken behind here, maybe as a journal cover or on a journal page, or maybe even just as artwork. Besides doing this, you can also cut squares out and maybe make patterns on journal pages to liven up a page. Like here, I have some green and white ones made, and I would attach them in a checkerboard pattern. And I would do the whole page, and that way you would see bits of the writing coming through, but not all of it. And it just makes for an interesting page, something unexpected. You could also write on all the white ones and kind of make it fun that way, kind of like a coded message almost. So a lot of fun things can be done with the index cards because they're so versatile. Now, besides paper crafting, you can also use these for other things. If you use yarn and you are traveling and you don't want to take a big old, skein of yarn with you, you could wrap yarn around these. Again, they're sturdy enough that you could wrap quite a bit and throw it into a case for travel. You could also use these for planners. You could cut out, little arrows, little tags, put your double-sided tape and make them sticky points for certain dates. You could use these, of course, in mixed media. Again, this could go on a mixed media canvas, my little window frame, or anything. You could make a picture frame without the lines in between as well. So the Humble Index card has so many uses that it's crazy, and they have expected uses like journaling cards, tags, and whatnot, and then they have unexpected uses like an unexpected frame, an unexpected window. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video about some ideas how to alter them with the decoupage, with the layering, with you can paint on them, stencil on them. I mean, it's only limited by your imagination. So if you did, be sure and give this video a thumbs up. We'll be back on Friday with more great ideas for you. I'll see you then. Bye.